Dolphins fans, welcome in to the Dolphins Today post-game show. I am Will Scott. It's been a long time since the Dolphins lost a game, but their 5-game win streak has been snapped in San Francisco, a 33-17 loss to the 49ers. The game was closer than the score indicates. The Dolphins were down 6 with about 2 minutes left. And then Robbie Gould makes a 48-yard field goal to put them up 9, which pretty much ended the game. And then right when the Dolphins got the ball back, actually the first play from that possession, Tua was strip-sacked, fumble recovery for a touchdown to make it a 16-point victory for the 49ers. Tua probably had his worst game of the year. 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. He responded well after throwing 2 picks in 3 plays. Got the Dolphins back into the game with the Tyreek Hill 45-yard touchdown reception. The run game was terrible. I mean, I think they held us to under 40 yards rushing. Mostert was the leading rusher, 7 carries, 30 yards. Tyreek went off 146 yards and a touchdown. Brock Purdy, we're going to talk more about him, but he came in to replace Jimmy Garappolo, who was injured in the first quarter, and Josh Boyer made him look like prime Tom Brady with 210 yards, 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey was tough to bring down. Had over 140 total yards. I want to know, who is to blame for today's loss? Is it Tua? Is it Josh Boyer? Is it the run game? Is it Mike McDaniel? Let me know down in the comments section who is to blame for today's loss. The Dolphins falling to 8-4 on the season. Let's talk about Tua. Look, I know a lot of people are going to be critical about this performance, but that's his worst game of the year, and the numbers still are not horrendous. 18 of 33, nearly 300 yards, 2 tutties, and 2 picks. Tua's 8-2 as the starter. He's actually at the podium right now, so we'll update you on what he says from there. But Tua Tagovailoa did suffer an ankle injury at the end of the game. I did mention that strip sack. He left the game, did not return for the Dolphins' final possession due to what the team is calling an ankle injury. We'll talk more about that in a second. First, grade Tua's performance. Type A, B, C, D, or F down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Both of those picks, by the way, came within 3 plays of each other. He played decent in the fourth quarter, but again, getting hurt at the end of this game. Raheem Mostert, meanwhile, couldn't really get anything going. I thought him and Jeff were going to have big games going up against their former teams. Mostert was talking earlier this week. 7 carries, 30 yards, no touchdowns. The Dolphins really, again, could not get anything going on the ground. Checking here how many team rushing yards they had. 33 rushing yards as a team. That's unacceptable. I get it. The Niners have a great defense. DeMeco Ryans deserves to be an NFL head coach next year. But you cannot win football games in this league with 33 rushing yards, especially when your defense is struggling like they did. The defense did not give up 33 points because of the defensive touchdown. They gave up 26 points. But coming into this game, the Dolphins had the worst road defense in the league, allowing 32 points per game. This Dolphins defense, again, struggling here. Brock Purdy played pretty well. I want to tell you about our sponsor, Fetch. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's show. Fetch is the free app that allows you to turn your receipts into points, which then will allow you to get gift cards for your favorite stores, restaurants, online retailers as well. Super easy to use. We'll show you this video, but all you got to do, use the app, snap a photo of your receipts from your purchases from any store, or click the e-receipt option, and Fetch can connect to your Amazon account, and you'll earn points for all shipped orders. Plus, connect your email to earn points for every e-receipt you receive from Uber, Instacart, or any purchase you make online. Those points then can be redeemed for gift cards at your favorite stores and restaurants. Fetch is available on iPhone and Android. Use our link, chatsports.com/Fetch. And enter promo code CHAT to sign up for those 5,000 points when you scan your first receipt. That's equivalent to a free $5 gift card to get started. It's a free app, and the 5,000 bonus points only available for a limited time. So get started now at chatsports.com/Fetch. Enter promo code CHAT. That link in the comments and the description of this video. One bright spot on the defense, Bradley Chubb played pretty well. 3 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. That sack was huge. It backed the Niners up for what made it a pretty difficult field goal. So Bradley Chubb starting to get more acclimated now that he's been on the team a few weeks. And we bring you Dolphins post-game shows after every game. Be sure to go down and subscribe for more Dolphins news, Dolphins rumors. We'll continue to keep you posted here on the Tua Tagovailoa injury. He's at the podium right now. I'm trying to pull up what he's saying, but we'll certainly keep you posted on that. Before we get into more about Tua's injury, here is what went on with Jimmy Garappolo. So he left the game in the first quarter with an ankle. Brock Purdy came in. He played really, really well in this game. But Jimmy Garappolo, when he left, I'm thinking, man, I don't know if Brock Purdy's going to be able to win the Niners this game, and he did, completing 25 of 37 passes, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. So, of course, Josh Boyer is going to make Brock Purdy look really good, who started the year as the 49ers practice squad quarterback. So we'll see what happens. Tua has taken accountability for the loss in this press conference. I wish I could watch it and talk to you guys at the same time. Can we please, can we put that Tua social on screen from the Dolphins about the ankle injury? Because we definitely need to discuss that a little bit more. But obviously, Tua missed some time earlier this year. The Dolphins lost every game that they did not have Tua. 0-3 without Tua. This tweet was sent out right before the Dolphins' final possession. Ankle injury, questionable to return. He did not return. Skylar Thompson was the quarterback on that final possession and threw an interception on the first play from scrimmage. So we'll continue to keep posted here. I'm frustrated. Barry, I'm trying to find somebody that's tweeting out something about this press conference, but obviously the concern right now is with Tua. Now, the good news is that Tua did not go straight to the locker room after the game. He stayed on, or after the injury, he stayed on the field until after the game. So that's certainly good news on that front from the Tua Tagovailoa injury news. Let's see if we have any updates here on Tua. Okay. Tua said he came out of the game as good as he can be after injuring his ankle. Tua also said it sucks that we didn't come out and do what we wanted to do collectively as a team. Obviously, it hurts me offensively, turnovers with third down communication errors. In that retrospect, it's hard to win a game when you're not on your P's and Q's and you're not dialed in. So really not a whole lot coming on the injury front there. We'll see if Mike McDaniel has a little more to say about the Tua Tagovailoa injury. Christian McCaffrey, meanwhile, 17 carries, 66 yards, no touchdowns, but he did have a lot of receiving yards in this game. He was 80 receiving yards. Thank you, Nick Roloff, producer Nick. 80 receiving yards for McCaffrey in this game. Let's get to some questions here to wrap up this post-game show. First question coming in from Chad Jones. Chad asking this. We'll put that up on screen in a second. I think Miami needed this to showcase the weakness. Now it's up to the coaching staff to see it. Yeah, you're right. We played a really good San Francisco team today, a San Francisco team that's probably going to contend for a Super Bowl spot. Coaching staff needs to put this loss behind them. It would have been huge if we won this game today. You'd have started out the toughest road trip of the season with a win. You still got L.A. coming up. You got Buffalo coming up. That L.A. game's on Sunday Night Football next week. So they have to put this loss behind them pretty quickly. Chad, our Super Chat MVP, thanks so much to Chad Jones for contributing to the channel. Fins up, saying Armstead's the most valuable player we have. Tua doesn't feel confident without him playing. Knew we were going to lose if he didn't play. That's a great point. I talked about this throughout the show as well, but it felt like Tua was uncomfortable with this offensive line. He was overthrowing guys. I feel like it was kind of mental for Tua playing without Armstead, because when the Dolphins have not had Armstead, their quarterbacks have gotten hurt. I think Armstead's the second most valuable player on this team behind Tua Tagovailoa. I really do. Vigo, the legend himself, what's up? I think Josh Boyer needs to do better on the road if we play this bad and we'll beat the Bills. We will not beat the Bills. You're absolutely right. The Dolphins have the worst road defense in the league, allowing 31 points per game after today. It's been a problem all year. John Ruiz, what position are we in the East? Fire Josh Boyer, sign offensive lineman, sign OBJ if Jalen Waddle's injury significant. So Jalen Waddle left the game with an injury in the first half, but he came back in. That's good news. We are now second in the AFC East and sixth in the playoff picture in the AFC. So had the Dolphins won this game, they would have been in the number one seed position in the AFC. Instead, they're sixth, which is not good. The Bills 9-3, they have taken back first place in the East. Dolphins 8-4, Jets 7-5, and producer Nick Roloff's New England Patriots dead last. So at least we have that going for us. What is your one-word reaction to the loss? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. The Fins losing 33-17 against the San Francisco 49ers.